Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by your resident hater, the man, Derek. What's going on, D?
What's up?
D, what's been going on with you? Anything good?
Man, just chilling. Done with softball for right now. So free time on top of free time for 2 months until the end of October, then right back at it.
That's what I like to hear. We are doing a review for AEW Dynamite for August 18th, 2021. There is a lot to be said about this show, lots of talking points, but I think the main thing people want to talk about is what's happening on Friday. More about that when the time comes. But for that, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. And you're here with Everything Pro Wrestling. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, it can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, it can never be you.
All right, what's going on, everybody, man? I gotta show some love to everybody in the chat. Hold on. I see I have to address some stuff in the chat as well. I'm glad that you guys are all in here, man. Do me a favor, man. Make sure you show some love. If you didn't get a chance to check out that interview we did with Montezzi and John Connor, please go back and check it out. I know I did it at a different time than I usually do, but Montezzi, the man that you're on the theme every single week, I know a lot of you recognize that and sent me messages about it. Thought it was a really good interview. John Connor, formerly part of Aftermath with Dr. Dre. Like, good insight from him. If you're a big music fan, I think he provided a lot of insight into getting into things. And Derek, what do you want to add your 2 cents into it? You listen to it.
No, it was a great interview. I haven't heard from John Connor in like a long time. So just to see that he's still making music and still doing what he loves is a good thing. It's a great thing, actually. And I feel like everybody should do the same, and not musically. If you're into music, by all means, stay with it. But whatever you're dedicated to, stay with it.
And that's why we're here doing this podcast. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat. First one in here was BJ tonight. What's going on, BJ? He says, what up? What's good, BJ? Rob also in the house. I know that he's holding down the chat for us. We got John L. Jackson in here. What's going on? I can't believe MJF just beat Chris Jericho. I'm shocked. We'll get into it. We got B Guns also in here. Yerp. What's going on, Brandon? Eric in the house. He said, yo, what happened to the Rampage post show? Rampage post show ain't happening unless you want to come here and help me out with the intern. I could do a lot more reviews if I had 3 to 4 more days that I could do them. But unfortunately, I can't right now. If you were part of when before I had a child, when I was doing this back in the day, bro, we used to do Monday, SmackDown. We used to do Raw, everything. But I will tell you guys this now. Rampage. There will be a Rampage post show this Friday. So make sure you're showing some love up in there for that. B-Boy Skyline saying you're Spanish God. He must be happy. All Elite Podcast. What's going on? Check out All Elite Podcast. They will also do post shows for AEW sometimes. Make sure you guys give them some love. Tiffany and Kyle are #tremendous, and I love their shows that they do. I always check them out. Tokyo, what's going on? I learned my man Tokyo's from Michigan as well. What's happening? I shouldn't say as well, like I'm from Michigan, but I found out he's from Michigan in that interview yesterday, as well as John Connor. That was pretty dope. MJF versus Punk at All Out, calling it, Kyle says. Kyle, I'm going to disagree with you. I think we're getting another Jericho MJF match. I think this feud is not done.
Yeah, we have to.
Ace says, what's going on, Ace? BJ said, dude, Rampage Live was nuts. Yeah, B-Boy Skyline was there too, man. Jordan was there. A lot of people were there that I knew, man. You guys were a great crowd for that. Haha, I knew you said maybe, but I was hoping. Laugh out loud. What up, Derek?
What up? What up?
Chad Schrader in the house as well. What up, Conrad? What up, Derek?
What up?
MJF beat Y2J clean tonight. You tell no lies, Ace. No lies. Hawk in the house. What's going on? He said, hey, Hayes. Hey, guys. What's happening, Hawk? Good to have you in here, bro. I know we talk a lot about like video games and stuff in our usual chats, but good to have you in here. Derek, let's not waste any time and let's talk about some AEW Dynamite for tonight.
Let's get it.
All right, so they ran down the card early on with this tonight, and we start off with Moxley making this entrance. You see the entrance video, and I really loved how they had like Eddie Kingston sitting on a stoop. It gave me like a New York City type vibe. He's sitting on the stoop, and he's like, "Oh, what up, my man? Wild Thing, do. Is Wild Thing working for you, man?"
No. It I don't know. It's not. Anytime I hear Wild Thing, I think of Major League. So
right.
I'm not. It doesn't fit the aggression that they have. I want to say it's not aggressive enough for me.
So you like the old theme better a little bit?
Yeah.
I like his New Japan theme a lot too. I don't mind Wild Thing. It took me a second to get used to it. I thought it was going to be a one-time thing, but they've kept it. Jesus De Leon. What's going on, Jesus? Chad also says Britt Baker is a peach. I see what you did there, Chad.
That she is.
I see what you did there. But yeah, this has been really fun. So they're coming out and they get jumped by Daniel Garcia in 2.0. Like a mean beatdown just out of nowhere on them. They had pipes, everything, just putting the hurt on.
Hey, gotta soften them up for the match coming up.
Well, this leads to the lights going out and Shaved Ice is ready to hit the arena. We got Sting and Darby Allin coming out, and this was amazing in my opinion. I had a lot of fun watching this.
Yeah, no. And anytime you have this happen, it's always fun to watch, and especially if it's done well. And it was done well in my eyes. I enjoyed it. Anytime Sting comes out with the Shaved Ice, I get quote unquote chills.
The Shaved Ice was getting busted out this one. Listen, I got to keep it a stack. One of my favorite moments from the match was very early on. Bro, how did they launch Darby Allin into the top of a wall? So you know how like the walls will have the platforms up top? I'm sure some people have like living rooms like that or whatever. Darby Allin just gets picked up by both the members of 2.0 and pancaked right to the top of a wall, bro. Darby Allin is hilarious, bro. That just looked like something I would have been like, yo, let me do this. Boom, threw him right into it. He sells it perfectly.
Honestly, I think that's a spot that wasn't even like rehearsed. I think that one had to be like, all right, we're doing this. And Darby was like, yeah, let's make this happen.
Right? BJ said, I feel everything in the show was okay. He's just waiting for Friday. And I see what you did with those X's. We're going to get into some of that, BJ. If you guys stick around, we'll talk about it. Mark Reviews 2.0. Mark, what's going on, man? Good to have you in here. What up, guys? Finally made it. Great show tonight. Can't wait for Friday. Definitely, Mark. Yo, I'm with you on that. Every time I hear Wild Thing, I think of the Major League Baseball movie with Charlie Sheen. Me too.
Right. Yeah. See, that's my issue with it. I want to recognize them for something that fits them.
Yeah. And BJ said he felt like the first hour was a chef's kiss. Yeah, they had everything was happening all over the place in this. But let's get back into that opening matchup here with Sting, Darby Allin versus 2.0. So they're all fighting. This is a Texas Tornado tag match. So there's no tags. People are brawling everywhere throughout all of this. Eddie Kingston at one point while they're fighting tries to get back up to help. He gets beat down. Darby's walking down like the ramp where you like hold the bar. He just walks down like it's nothing and just dives onto people. Craziness. Darby even brought a skateboard out. So when Sting made his entrance, Darby came from behind. They put the skateboard down flat, opposite of where your feet go, and they suplex Darby onto the skateboard. First off, bad for your axle. Like, terrible.
Yeah.
And, dude, that looked painful as hell.
Dude, I remember the skateboarding days and getting hit in the ankle with an axle, bro. That's no joke. That is no joke.
Yo, for sure, bro. Like, it's crazy. And then during all of this, they have the skateboard suplex, like, that spot. Sting gets double powerbomb through a table like a beast.
Yeah.
After that happens, bro, Sting gets up and no-sells it. And Rob gets pissed. I don't care what you say. Gypsy Sting no-selling that table spot was bull. I saw so many people mad about this.
Well, I mean...
It's Sting. It's Dad.
I mean, that's true. Well, Dad came down to the ring tonight, so I guess I can let it pass. Because we all know when Dad's got the adrenaline rush when his kid getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, this was Sting's first match on TNT in 20 years, bro. The last match he had on TNT was against Ric Flair for the last Nitro. Gotta put some respect on the name, man. Respect. So afterwards, he no-sells it. Double Scorpion Death Drop for those guys in 2.0. They just beat up Daniel Garcia. He disappeared from everything from before. People are wondering what happened to him. And after the double Scorpion Death Drop, Sting locks in the Scorpion Deathlock on both of them at the same time. W, bro. Sting and Darby win. Darby's bleeding a little bit. They keep talking about this best in the world with Darby. You better quit playing around. That's all I'm going to say. Sick, what's good? Six in the house, man. He said, oh, Rampage. Never mind. Y'all better quit teasing, too. The snow is back finally. Ori in the house. What's going on, Ori? Thank you for coming in here. Check out Ori's Twitch channel if you are fans of video games. She is also on a podcast called A Change in Attitude, where they review the Attitude Era.
Welcome, Ori.
Free plugs. Tell Mags he owes me $5 when you see him. Darby walking the rails. Yeah, that was fire. The suplex on the board looked nasty. Yeah, I'm not taking that spot. E says back in the day, wrestlers were backstage doing rails. Peace. That's slander, sir. We cannot say that unless we know. 2.0 has been utilized better in 2 weeks in AEW than the entire time they were in NXT. Fact, RIP Everrise. Yo, Mark, I said the exact same thing to Rob when we were watching this live, bro. Derek, do you even remember Everrise? 2.0 was in NXT. Do you even remember them being there?
I don't, bro. Like,
see what I'm saying?
I don't remember.
My favorite match of the night was Penelope Ford versus Thunder Rosa. We will get into that. There's a lot of convo here I'm missing. Sting no-selling and pounding his chest classic style. Y'all smarks need to watch the tape. He's the Stinger. People should be glad that he was able to still take that spot. Yeah, 61.
Yeah.
Sting is one of the last hulking up guys I could totally go with the no-sell. 6 said, I agree, Rob. Sting channeled his Ultimate Warrior on that one. Daniel Garcia took a skateboard to the throat. He did the right thing and disappeared. That was good. Best in the world, you say? This guy. Everybody is feeding off of it. BJ said, that's what I'm saying. Rob said, F out of here. Middle finger. Knock it off to Sting. He's a Sting hater. Tips hat will do. Tell Meg, tip that wallet. Mag's my boy. He knows. What is Darby Allin doing at All Out? Malik Murray, I'm glad you asked that. Stick around and I will answer that for you because I have a theory for what he will be doing. We got Everrise Marks in the chat. That's hardcore. It's been well established. I never liked Sting. We know. It's just a sad thing about your wrestling personality. How dare you not like Sting? Sting is a legend, man. I got to show you some of those Vader matches.
Gotta hit the boot.
So we find out Sammy Guevara's huge announcement that they were teasing throughout this entire time. I'm going to pull it up here on the match graphic because some people are probably like, what are you talking about? Sean Spears, Sammy Guevara, plus a major announcement. Well, it appears the major announcement was a congratulation is owed to Sammy Guevara and Pam. They are engaged. Great news for them. Sammy's vlog has been winning. Not going to lie. Fuego del Sol doing big things, getting the contract. Tornado. But now Sammy Guevara is engaged to Pam. If you watch the vlog, you know who Pam is. So it's pretty cool to see them do their engagement. And they did it in Sammy's hometown in Houston, Texas tonight. That was fire. And Sean Spears and Tully have some words about this. You know, they're haters. Because they're heels. And they got some hating to do throughout all of this. But Derek, in this matchup, I saw a lot of people. We were complaining before the match had started that Tully was interfering, but Sammy never got in the ring yet, and it didn't count. But as soon as Tully started going up on the apron again, once the bell rung, I just said Audra almost. Aubrey Edwards kicked him out of the match. Tully sold this like a G. He was throwing his coat at her. He's like, "How you can't do this to me?" I'm like, this sounds like old people throwing a fit in a restaurant.
Him going off like that gave me Training Day vibes. What? You trying to do this to me?
Oh man. Let me see. Six said last time I went through a table he had to retire. You think he'd respect that pine? Take it easy, Sick. This was my match of the night. Jim, Sammy got his pan. That's right. Congratulations to Sammy Guevara, also NXT wrestlers Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis on their engagement. Sammy/Pam ain't got nothing on Zack Ryder and Princess Leia. All right, you guys are going through wrestling weddings now up in here. So Tully gets kicked out for the interference. Shawn Spears has a great spot in this, and I really thought this was a good match. Like this show to me was just sleeper matches. Like you slept on this match, and they delivered. So this match here, Shawn Spears hits a great spot where him and Sammy are both climbing up to the top rope. They look at each other. Shawn Spears obviously has to give the middle finger because he's a douche. And he ends up getting a great cutter from Sammy Guevara off the top rope.
Spanish God.
I knew that was coming. So afterwards, Sammy Guevara goes for his springboard cutter when he does the jump, and then it goes to the back. Greatest reverse of all time from Shawn Spears. No. He just was like, no, you're not doing that. And I love when people do those reversals. Eventually, Sammy hits a 630, and some way, somehow, Shawn Spears kicked out. That was a good. They got me on that. Yeah, I thought it was over.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was over too. Once he hit it, and I'm like, that's all of Sammy's weight on his body. Shawn Spears is done.
Yo, same, bro. And he kicks out. Shawn Spears goes for they had a I don't know what you want to call it, like a metal barricade out there. And he slammed Shawn Spears on it. And then he brings him back into the ring. For some reason, Aubrey Edwards let it go. But I was thinking in my head, too, you throw people into the barricade and they don't call for a DQ. So what's the difference if you slam them on it?
Well, I mean, it's the same reason why people get thrown into the table or slammed on the table.
Yeah, so. Yeah, whatever. It's discretion, I guess we'll say.
Yes.
So he brings it back in. There's only one way for Sammy to end this. He hits the GTH, the go to hell. And he ends up getting the victory from that. 1, 2, 3. Sammy Guevara gets the win, man, for the win. And he kneed him to the face, bro. Yo, Shawn Spears was leaking.
Yes, he was leaking.
He's leaking. He's soaking wet. He's leaking. Sorry for the Yin Yang Twins reference. That was Young Blood. Ain't no Yin Yang Twins. Yo, Derek coming with these old hip hop references after I started them up. I shouldn't have did that. Sammy gets the win. Spears is bleeding. I feel like someone always bleeds in Sammy's feuds. Sammy always got someone bleeding, but it accentuated the match. He walks over to Pam bleeding.
Spanish goddess.
I had to hear that I would never kiss somebody if they were doing all that. If you guys hear any noise in the background, the intern's being really loud for some reason. I have no idea what the problem is, but whatever. Cut it out. So afterwards, Sammy gets to win. He gets to celebrate here. I want to get into some of the comments. Malik Murray has one that I fully agree with. He said, I can see Sammy Guevara versus Miro at All Out for the TNT Championship.
Ooh, that would be nice.
I think I could see that happening, but I don't know where they're going with all this right now with Miro. Miro's got options. I'll say that.
He does. I think there has to be a story behind it because they haven't crossed paths yet. So
right. Rob says I was hoping Spears would pull some Rick Rude type behavior with Pam to fire Sammy up. He did at one point though. When Sammy was down, he did blow her like a kiss with the 2 fingers and then like did the hey, how's it going? BJ said, dude, Spears got busted open legit. It looked like let me see, that GTH might cost Sammy. He better watch out or he might be sleeping. BJ, stop it with this. Stop it with these references. Jesus said Shawn Spears' best match. I'm going to agree.
I can agree with that.
Good take, Jesus. Good take. I agree with that. So what is the Pinnacle doing at All Out? More on that in a little bit. We'll talk. Spears looked like a leaking faucet. Agreed. Spears needed to lose.
Yes.
That was the Yin Yang Twins salt shaker. Thank you. Shake it like a salt shaker. Miro's got to stop making those wife references, man. Shit be cracking me up. Can't take him seriously. Oh, he'll be taken seriously. In the ring and in the bedroom with my double-jointed wife. Miro's been going in, man. I love it. Speaking of promo game, that's what we get into next here. We get there's a lot of promos tonight. Like, they were stuffing this show. Like, they were just stuffing this shit in. Like, yeah. If there was a 5-pound bag, they got 10 pounds of it in tonight. They're still stuffing Dynamite like this. I thought it would change once they got Rampage. It ain't changing. The roster's getting bigger, and they're just like, same format, keep doing this.
Right.
Christian and Don Callis go back and forth at it. Don Callis reminds Christian of how he hired him for his first big show, and then he fired him right after. And Christian just said, yep, and you're still the same, a carny piece of shit. Right. Unbelievable what they did with that. Yeah.
That's all you can really say about it. It's good banter, even though it was short. It's good banter between those two.
Yeah, for sure. The back and forth between them is always good. I like Don Callis on the microphone. Like I said, I think he's been one of the best managers of the year. It could be argued him or MVP right now would be in my running race when we do the end of the year awards. Those two have to be it if there's a manager of the year category. We get a great promo as well with Dante Martin. Like, bro, he delivered last week. I thought he had a really good showing in that match with Kenny Omega. He just kind of highlighted himself and just said, hey, man, I took Kenny Omega to the limits, and they kind of just put him on a pedestal a little bit. I like it. Why not?
That's what you should do. If someone like that puts on a match with Kenny Omega or anybody of that caliber, you have to kind of boost them up a little bit.
Dude, your boy Dan Lambert is out here next, Derek. Dan Lambert comes out. He's cutting a promo about AEW fans being stupid and everything once again. But he brought backup this time from the UFC. He's got Andre, or excuse me, I don't know if it's Andre Andrade. I can never say his name. Orlowski, I think is how you say it. Orlowski.
Or I could say it if I hear it once, and then I can say it again.
Junior Del Santos was also with him. Lance Archer comes out, man, but Lance Archer is cut off for once by the Men of the Year. I don't know if you guys knew this, but John Connors, who I interviewed, he made Men of the Year's theme. I never knew that.
Nice.
Yeah, like, unbelievable. I see a lot of people talking that talk in here. Hold on. BJ said, I can't help it. I'm so damn pumped for Friday. I agree, BJ. Chad talking about Spanish God. Laughing at Miro. And he says he likes Don on screen. I judge managers by gold and MVP and Don Callis looking good.
Yeah.
Dream match, Miro versus Kurt Angle, A says. You never know. I got a question. Are they going to split the roster for AEW? Hell no. To the no. No, but seriously, like, anything with a roster split, if you're not going to commit to it,
you just can't.
Yeah, if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do with that, don't even bother with it. That's how I feel, at least.
Yeah. Don't even bother if you can't. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah, you just don't want to end up messing it up for yourselves. Like, gunshot, kill it right away. You don't need it.
Nope.
I don't know, man. Splitting the roster is just a bad idea overall, in my opinion.
You don't want to fall into that same trap as the other company.
Yeah, if you're not going to be committed, like, don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see people jumping back and forth. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Where was I with all of this? So Men of the Year jumped him. I did not know John Connor made the theme, and I listened to the theme all the time, and I was like, bro, I never even noticed that was him spitting the bars on it. But they found something for them to do.
Yeah.
So this should be an interesting feud. I wonder, does Dan Lambert continue to manage like Men of the Year now? He looked impressed after. He kind of gave him a clap here.
I would. He exudes the energy that needs to be.
He's actually a big wrestling fan. If you guys don't know, he's got like a collection of wrestling belts, and he was on when WWE was doing like that A&E treasure hunt for belts and stuff. He was on there. Azan White has joined us as well. Azan, welcome. MLW's very own Dan Lambert. Mr. MLW Dan Lambert. Tokyo said Punk showing up on SmackDown.
Peace.
I don't know about that. Tony Khan bringing back a Nokiaism. You don't know hard times, so you've been through that, bro. I'm not a fan of MMA personalities being in pro wrestling, but that one commentator from CFFC could join AEW if he wanted to. He's talking about Punk. Could we see Adam Cole on AEW with this peach Britt Baker?
Oh, you know what?
It makes it interesting because he refused to give up his Twitch channel as well.
That would be nice.
So it's going to depend on how bad they want to dig their heels in on that.
And might I say, I was highly on the same page as Lambert when he started talking about the cancel culture.
All right.
Just saying.
Leave that where it is, Derek. When Derek starts rationalizing with Dan Lambert, we got problems. Chris Jericho cuts a promo really quickly about MJF. Basic stuff to build up the main event match. I'm not going to spend too much time in on that. BJ's laughing. Let's see here. I got a question. What is your favorite AEW theme song? Mine is Men of the Year's theme song. Interesting, Malik. Derek, do you have a favorite? I go back and forth. I'll tell you a bunch of them. I listen to a lot of Cody Rhodes' theme. I love that theme. I think it's more so just about like taking the crown and all that. I always like songs that are about that. I don't know why. I'm trying to think of another one I like. I did like Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky was good.
Yeah, Men of the Year is another good one. I appreciate Lance Archer's theme. I'm trying to think of who else. Kenny Omega's Battle Cry is really good.
Yeah.
Judas'
old one was good.
Yeah, Judas is another good one.
I like Orange Cassidy's, the one that we never got.
That one, I think they finally just put it up recently. I saw it. But I like Orange's new one better, though. I think it fits him a lot better.
It's starting to grow on me. It's starting to fit.
What was Jungle Boy? Jurassic Express's theme too is another good one. I'll rock all day to that. Darby Allin's theme's another good one. Yeah. That's a fire one. Let me see if anybody's putting stuff in here. Triple H better start handing out pedigrees if he want to keep his boy Bebe. For a second there, I thought you were talking about Chris Bay. Nah, man, splitting the roster is great if done right. Have two shows with their own stars and rivalries. Spread the championships out among the two shows with wrestlers fighting for the number one contender spot.
That's true if it is done correctly, but they have a.
You can't have two world champions. You can't have two best. So you would have to have the champs flow. There's a lot to it. I have to hear the setup of how you want to do it, and you have to stick to that setup. I don't like when you're just like switching shit just to do it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Omega's got the best theme song, Jesus said. Mikey Ruckus with so many fire themes. Agreed. Shout out to Mikey Ruckus. Judas Ace says, Cody Rhodes and Darby's are some of my morning alarms. Respect. 2.0's theme sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog level. I dig it. Yeah, I do like their theme as well. They got blessed. Then whoever wins the number one contender spot from both shows, have them face off to determine a new true number one contender, right? But if you have two contenders from each show, well, which show do they go? You know what I mean? It puts stuff muddily sometimes too.
Yeah, you would have to have
one show go back and forth with the contender so it's fair. It just makes things, it gets weird because then it's like, oh, you prefer this brand over this brand. It's obvious, or one makes more money than another.
Right.
Christian Cage's theme too. Thank you, Malik. Sorry.
Christian Cage thing. But you know what though?
Oh, Angelico and Private Party, bro. Yeah. Yo, I crack up anytime they do this, man. Private Party's theme as well. Yeah, I like both of them, but the new one's really good with the shots. I'm anti-brand split with WWE and AEW. WWE's got too many damn belts. I do agree with that at this point. Inner Circle's music, that is a good one. That's the theme that doesn't get played enough, in my opinion. Yeah. Ori comes in and says, just once for Halloween pay-per-view, I'd like to see Cody come out to the American Nightmare by Ice Nine Kills. and his gear inspired by Freddy Krueger. Ori, send me that song. I got to hear this. I would like to hear what this song is. Hawk says too early for to split up the rosters. That's if it ever happens. Lucha Bros old theme. I love that one too. Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
Lucha Bros theme. Sammy G too many.
I think the ones that hit the most, that put you in that mind frame, are Cody's and Jericho's. Those are the two that stand out to me. That whatever you're doing, that just gets you like in the mood.
Right? You guys got me hyped talking about themes. I'm ready to go work out again.
See?
Sonny Bimbo says a tournament might help the roster split. There's mixed. It's a mixed kind of thing, man. Like I said, it's all in how you present the idea. Sick's not wrong with what his idea is.
No, not wrong at all. You just have to do it right.
Yeah, it's got to be done correctly.
And it has to be consistent.
Shout out to Sonny Bimbo for joining us. We also got E saying hybrid 2 word. He's talking about Death Triangle has a great theme mix. Chad said, I do like, it's Montezzi. How can we forget Sammy Guevara? I listen to that on a regular too. Anything with Montezzi in it is fire. He's got raps to like the Best Friends theme with Mega Ran and Rated R. Rated R's theme too for Top Flight is good. Dude, all day. AEW's got some really good themes. Like, just you got to go through them and just pick what you like.
I actually like the fact that AEW has incorporated rap to the themes. Not saying it fits for everybody, but you had Jeff Jarrett where you had the country music, you got the alternative rock, you got the for the grown and sexy, kind of like how you would say for the women, and rap in there. It kind of completes the circle for me.
Right. So I see like E talking about, remember the preview and themes like the No Mercy days.
Oh yeah.
BJ even said that new Paul White theme slaps.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not mad.
Well.
Thank you, BJ. Yeah, I think it hits, man. John Moxley's first theme song. People are going in, man. Who's this Montezzi? And he does Sammy's theme. He was on the podcast yesterday. E, go back and listen to it. He does my theme every week in the intro. Sean Spears is one of my favorites too. Yes, bro. We'll be here talking about themes all day. I can't. Yeah. You guys talk about that amongst yourselves in the chat because we got to get through this. AEW tag titles, bro. Theme we just talked about. Jurassic Express with Marco Stunt versus the Young Bucks with Cutler and the Good Brothers. Young Bucks had way too many people in their corner for this shit. Yeah. Way too many people. Dude, pure fire, this tag match. I think this could be argued as some people's match of the night. Would you agree?
I do agree. I do.
This was a fun tag match. Like, there's nothing else more to say about this. It was great. Two awesome tag teams going at it here. Big dives from everybody early on in the matchup. I love that the Bucks hit a big dive and you got Jungle Boy hitting big dives. It was really good. Luchasaurus got his first hot tag into the match. Few close near falls after a double team move, but Matt Jackson makes the save. I think they did like a big suplex spot. Matt Jackson makes a great save in all of this. We have several close near falls, but to no avail after for the team, man. Just hurt me so bad. Hurt me so bad to see it. I really love Jurassic Express as a tag team. Like, they're one of those teams that I thought could have won. Like, if you guys don't go back and listen to old episodes, I do recommend going back and finding like when AEW was doing their tag tournament. Me and Derek had different thoughts all the time with it. Bro, I thought that Jurassic Express were going to win. Derek had the Lucha Bros from the beginning, like, and they almost came out with them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think they should get back to that again.
They might, bro. They're in this. We'll talk about it. There's another tag tournament. Speaking of that, it's kind of weird that we even brought that up. After the near falls, Kenny Omega comes out. He is full douche mode as well. He's got the chair in hand, and we see a repeat basically of last week. Ref's distracted. Knox definitely sees what's going on. I don't know what this old man is doing, but Rick Knox sees what's happening, and they try to play it off like it's part of the storyline. It's like, come on, bro. But he's looking over in the corner. He's arguing with the Good Brothers about something. They set up the chair, and what do you know? The same thing happened last week. It ends up sitting there. Christian spears Kenny during this time period. Marco Stunt got hit with the chair before it even got introduced, which was funny. Right. Kenny Omega, why does he always beat up Marco? He probably just thinks this is great.
Yeah, I think they all think it's great when they do that.
Christian spears him. He fights with Kenny, trying to stop him from interfering. Jungle Boy hits a suplex with Matt Jackson landing on the chair. He basically like crumbles, and he gets a near fall out of that. They hit their finisher. I love it. The like suplex into the powerbomb pin for a near fall. Nick Jackson makes the save again. Bro, great stuff here. Luchasaurus then sees his opportunity. He's tired. He does a backflip, takes everyone out on the outside. This leaves Jungle Boy in the ring by himself. He goes for a backslide, but unfortunately, he gets out, and this leads to a double team BTE trigger for the 1, 2, 3. Hurts my soul, but Jurassic Express comes up short again. They had the people in their hands, though. They wanted to see this shit.
They did. This was definitely a good match for me. It fit the bill. I kind of wanted to see them go at it without any extra help, just to put on that great match like that. I know they could do, and I know that they can do. But regardless of the fact, it was still a good match.
Yeah, this was a really good television match. I had a lot of fun with it. After the match, bro, there was a mean beatdown. Kenny Omega comes out. They're full douchebag mode. Christian gets hit with the one-winged angel, and he gets pinned, and they make Don count the 3. The 1, 2, 3. Visual's been established. Christian thinks he's in Kenny's head. Kenny just proved, well, I can beat you with this move. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. They didn't announce if it's for all the belts yet at All Out, but it's going to be interesting. My eyes are glued to this to see what they're going to do to keep us interested in this match. Fun.
Absolutely.
After this, we had a word with Dr. Britt Baker with Rebel and her new friend, Jamie Hayter. I watched Tony Schiavone and Britt Baker like interact with each other. So nice. I don't know what it is. It's like a father-daughter relationship.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh, Tony, what are you doing?
It is like they're always on point when they talk with each other, and the banter between the two is just perfect.
Right? Chad says, plus I'm happy that Tazzy and I favors Peach. Kiera Hogan is on AEW now. We will get into some Kiera Hogan in a second. AEW got rap metal and everything. You got to have a mix in pro wrestling with music, whether it comes to video games or whatever. It's always nice to have a mix of music. Tokyo is not a fan of the WWE music.
No.
Six says, y'all in this Paul White stuff, shaking my head, man. And some say the Bucks ain't the best tag team. They got a good theme too. Sorry, I keep bringing that up. Why are their matches so fun? The Bucks are really good, bro. I don't know why people hate on them. They are kind of douches as like characters in wrestling, but the Bucks are really good.
If we talk about catalog, it's very hard to argue that they're not.
And we're not even talking about their indie stuff. Derek, you've never even seen their PWG stuff.
I have not.
You will be amazed, bro. Especially when they could move like light, like, yeah, I got this. This is nothing. Match of the night, Jesus says for him, happy the Bucks won. Jesus is in the Super Elite. I think Hope, Proud, and Powerful take the belts from them. I'm telling you, New York City, that big arena show, that's when they go down. And when someone brought up what's the Pinnacle doing, I think we're going to see a street fight with them and Proud and Powerful. Calling it now. That's going to be one of the matchups, at least for them. The Super Elite feels like a goof squad version of the Bullet Club. Not as much with Kenny, but I feel like it hurts the Bucks. I don't think it hurts them. I feel like their goofiness is to show that they don't care because they're so much better than you, and they know that they can do this. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
Hold on here. Malik Murray says the Young Bucks theme song, too. There we go. I think that Cody's theme song is the best theme song out of the EVPs. Omega really needs a chair for little Marco. That's Afterkill. Yikes. I could see Jurassic Express winning the tournament and going to the cage match, Ori says.
That would be nice.
J-Hub stopping by to check out the stream. Shell, yeah. Just a little Shark Boy reference there for you. TNA. See, thank you, Derek. Impact Wrestling fan, Derek, now.
Nah, I just like that.
Give me the shell, yeah. That's the fishing line. I got a question. Which is better, the Young Bucks in AEW or Young Bucks in ROH or Young Bucks in New Japan?
Ooh, I can't speak on New Japan. I can speak on AEW and ROH.
Yeah, Derek, for some reason, thinks he's too good to stay up until 4 with us to watch some New Japan.
I'm not doing that, bro. I need like a week.
Wimp.
I need a week, bro, just to prepare for that.
Which do you prefer, Young Bucks in ROH though, or AEW?
I gotta say I prefer them in ROH.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
I think. Well, you know me, bro. Like every that's where I got the see ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna say AEW. I like them in AEW slightly better, but they're the same wherever they go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Coda's got to win the IWGP US belt, and then it's gonna be the battle of the belts. Oh yeah. I love how Don stomped Christian after he sold the stomp like he hurt himself. Yes, that was good, Sid. Good point here. Britt Baker's always one step ahead. Jamie Hayter can talk that talk whenever she wants. Right up this ear. BJ, what you doing? Big Show wrestling past. I would not want to step in the ring with Britt Baker, partner Jamie Hayter. I'm ready to see GOD versus the Good Brothers. Ori, you ain't the only one, bro. Me and Rob were losing it when that was happening. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Slap me. Sorry, that's what they were saying when they were talking to each other. Bucks right now are killing it. EVP's extremely violent people. See, Ori said, I watched New Japan with you. See? I just got to find some time, too, to stay up. But I love it when I get the chance. Six said New Japan Pro Wrestling Bullet Club. Bucks for sure, man. People who didn't watch Bullet Club back then in 2015, you missed out on some good shit. Jamie Hayter can do whatever she wants. Jamie Hayter's got a lot of fans in here. GOD, please come to Queens. They might. Forbidden Door is always open.
Right.
Matt Hardy cuts a promo on the Best Friends talking that shit. Best Friends reply. Looks like we're going to possibly have a match set up with Matt and Orange Cassidy. More on that later. Paul White comes out. Well, we didn't want to use the soundboard for that one. Derek somehow avoided this. I think he did it on purpose, honestly. He wasn't here yet, and he just walked away, and I'm like, oh, convenient. Paul White and QT get into it. We find out there's a special, if you guys are AEW Dark Elevation fans, tomorrow at 7. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. But there's a special on, and him and Tony were kind of talking about it. QT comes out in his I'm a Mafia Boss in 2001 shirt, and he's out there with the factory. They're talking that mess. A Big Show is in the ring. Paul White. I don't want to get in trouble.
Nah.
And he's out there, and they're kind of bringing up like QT said he abuses position power, violated HIPAA laws. It shows his injured hip with the 14-inch scar on it. Props to him for wrestling through that, bro. He's got 3 like metal screws or plates or something in his hip. But Paul White eventually says, you don't know everything, QT, because I know that I've got a match at All Out with you. And everyone's like, whoa. And I was like, please let this be on the buy-in. But I don't think it's going to last too long.
They really gave him a match, bro.
I'm telling you, this is not a joke.
Oh, my God. I thought we got away from this.
No, this is good shit.
So then we start reviewing Ring of Honor. He'll just show up on Ring of Honor one day, right?
For you, probably.
Bullshit.
I love it. We hear from Smart Mark Sterling. Jay Cargill has a promo here. They accept the challenge that Kiera Hogan put out for Rampage. So we're going to get Jay Cargill on Rampage. People have been wondering, where's Jay Cargill been? Rampage is where it's going to be. Her and Kiera Hogan for this big United Center show. So tune in for that. Don Callis and the Elite are backstage. Before the Elite can really get to talking their shit, Tony Schiavone goes, well, you guys are talking here. Tony Khan has just told me that there's going to be a tournament to decide who the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles are. He was sick of their shenanigans. There's a tournament involving the Varsity Blondes, Private Party, Lucha Bros, and Jurassic Express. It'll be eliminator matches, and whoever wins will have the Young Bucks at All Out in a steel cage.
That'll be good.
Who do you want it to be out of those 4 teams? Talk that shit, D. Who do you want in this?
Who do we got? We got Young Bucks, Jurassic Express.
Well, Young Bucks will face whoever wins. Varsity Blondes, Private Party, Lucha Bros, Jurassic Express. Who do you think best fits the cage match?
I want to go back to what my original decision
Here we
was.
go. If it's not his way, he's a fan of today. I don't like it.
Listen, got to be the Lucha Bros. That's what I want to see. Sorry to anybody who's a fan of Jurassic Express, but it's not their time. It's Lucha Bros time.
Good comment, PJ. Sorry. 6 said, get him and his metal hip off my television. I could have done without seeing the butt cheeks too. Well, I'm gonna put it just like that BJ said. What's so wrong with Paul White? I think he can still go in the ring. Malik, it's just hate, man. It's just hate.
Yeah, give me one A+ match that he's had.
Brock Lesnar when the ring broke.
Trash. It was A+ because of that.
Actually, him and Mark Henry at Money in the Bank 2011 was really good. You need to stop hating, sir. That was a good match. With him, you just can't overstay the welcome too long.
Yeah, well, he overstayed his welcome way too long.
They do a dark dump before pay-per-views. They got a dump pre-CM Punk dark matches. Here we go. Never the butt cheeks you want to see. Never. I got to reply to that, but I'll save that for a private chat. Got to run. Have a good show. Have a good night. Great show. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate you joining us. We're the F are proud and powerful. I'm with you guys. Lucha Bros win and they can face proud and powerful in New York City, bro.
See,
but you can't take the belts off of them that fast. Like I said, you could let them just tear down the house. But Lucha Bros are turning on Pac. Maybe. We don't know. We get back into the ring, and who's out there but Taz and his son Hook. And Taz says he introduces the new FTW champion. It's our boy, Ricky Starks. Now, Ricky, I tried to pause so that way you would Spanish. Bullshit. So we get into all of this, and he's talking big shit, like he's calling out Cage. Cage is back there beefing with Will Hobbs, like they're just slapping.
I gotta add the lip.
I'm not doing that. Debo, Will Hobbs, they're back there just fighting each other, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, we gotta go help him.
Turn it off.
So that was a really quick thing. Honestly, I'm not gonna front, guys. I have a match graphic, like they were gonna do this match. I thought apparently they just avoided this.
I thought they were gonna do it too. I would have liked to see that.
Front end.
I would have liked to have seen that. Sorry, the correction.
Here you go. Proper English. I respect it.
Sorry.
After that, we get into the Pac thing that Malik was just talking about. Pac accepts a challenge from Andrade from last week. So Pac and Andrade at All Out. I have a feeling this might be like Derek's match of the night. Like I feel like this is going to be really good.
Listen, as long as we get this Pac
with the weights,
and then Andrade talking his Idolo BS. This might be my match of the night.
They're dropping some gems for you to check out with Paul White in the chat. That was a good match too, I remember, though, with Roman Reigns.
Was it 5-star?
Bro, that's subjective.
Was it 4-star?
Close, I'll say. It was up there.
Don't count.
P&P still have unfinished business with FTR. Dax says they're not done and they owe them their scars, so I'm assuming a no DQ grudge match is next.
Yeah.
Hook Sanchez, Stroke Daddy. We're going to talk about them overall looking like an old school TLC video. We are not talking about those.
Yeah.
He said, cut the feed. He's getting his ass whipped. Oh, my goodness. Brian Cage versus Ricky Spanish at All Out. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't get why they don't let Ricky cut an actual promo. And did y'all notice the Justin Bieber chants? Yes, Rob, I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. They were chanting that in the background when he was announcing that tournament talk. Funny that you caught that. I don't know, man. Andrade got to let them church pants and shoes. It's holding them back. Andrade always starts off with some bad attire at first.
He does.
I don't know what it is, but I like that he's playing Black Mass, the character, kind of when he comes out. It's kind of cool, in my opinion, that he does that. But I'm a Batman fan.
Listen,
Hook versus Goldberg, son. Hook versus Gage. I would watch it.
Terrible.
Dominic in the triple threat.
Dominic's.
I guess let's talk about the women's match of the night here that we had on Dynamite. We had Penelope Ford versus Thunder Rosa.
My girl Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa came out. This is a good back and forth match between these two. We had that Muda lock from Penelope Ford is A1, bro. I love it. I think it's
A1 sauce.
What? That it was really good, I thought, what they were doing with them. We see the nice back and forth. This leads to like a single leg Boston Crab from Thunder Rosa. Penelope Ford goes for another move. This was a match. Like they just wrestled a good match with each other. And this is what the women's division needs more of. Good matches, solid. I would like to see maybe one or two more get on the card. Yeah. If they have time for it.
Yeah. Honestly, I have to say this has been the best I've seen Penelope Ford in a long time.
Penelope was really good in this match. I was happy for her. But the crazy thing is, so the Moodalot got reversed the first time. Why would you go for it again? Right. And I thought maybe they were going to give her the upset victory here, but Thunder Rosa eventually reverses it, has her legs trapped, and she puts her in like a Taz mission choke for the win. That was dope.
It was.
Because that's not even her finisher. Like,
but again, another match ending not with a signature move.
I'm not saying that either, Chad. You trying to get me in trouble. That movie's coming out soon. He ain't coming over here.
That movie's going to be dope.
What movie? Yeah. The Peaches in that match, as Tazzy would say. Chad, don't be throwing Tazzy under the bus now. But I think he would have enjoyed that matchup.
Absolutely.
We get highlights of Malachi Black's debut shown. Bro, best kick ever on Arn Anderson, bro. That mic flip was impeccable. Impeccable, bro. Double A still good. And they actually cut to a backstage interview with Double A Arn Anderson and his son Brock. Horsemen. But when they're backstage cutting that promo, bro, they're doing a really good job. But all of a sudden, he's upset that his son's going to be facing Malachi. And Brock says, I got this, Dad. No, you don't, son. I don't know if you saw what he did to Cody, and that's your leader. He whooped Cody's ass. I'm pretty sure he's going to pay against Malachi Black.
Unless you put them steroids in that booty.
He's going to be done, bro. And then we find out matches for the next week. So let's run through these real quick for everybody. Next week on Dynamite, we have eliminator matches. We have semifinals, Varsity Blondes versus the Lucha Bros.
Giving that to the Lucha Bros.
Oh, you're going with predictions this week.
Yes.
We got Red Velvet versus Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter.
Same. Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy.
Orange.
Same. Malachi Black versus Brock Anderson.
Malachi Black.
No chance for Brock Anderson?
Not unless he put them steroids in that booty.
On Rampage, we got Private Party versus Jurassic Express.
Jurassic Express.
Jade Cargill versus Kiera Hogan.
Ooh.
From Impact Wrestling.
Ooh.
Check.
You know what?
Yo, why y'all putting rest in peace Brock Anderson in the chat? Dirty.
I may have to go with the upset because Jade Cargill's been on a roll. She hasn't lost a match, bro.
He took Cody's boot. He's gonna make Brock look as old as his dad. Yo, I swear Arn Anderson's been the same age since I've met him as a kid.
Dude, he's been the same age since he freaking left.
Dude, them boys were like 23 years old, looking like they were 40. Him and Regal and all them, man.
Right. I don't know, bro. I may have to go with the upset on this one.
I'm going with Jay Cargill for the dub. And Moxley versus Daniel Garcia, too, is going to be on that Chicago show.
Moxley.
That's a big show for Garcia, bro. Like, shout out to Buffalo, New York, number one, the wrestlers here. But that's a big match for him. Like, for someone who's on the indies and just doing stuff like that, like, that's a big – I think that might be the main event, bro.
Kudos.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. And we don't know what else is going to be happening on the first dance, but we will be covering it on the show. And I might lose my shit. You never know. So I would say Friday, be here. Tune in. See what happens.
Be ready.
What are we talking about? Cody Rhodes in the dark room. Cody Rhodes in the dark room. Y'all better stop it. Kiera Hogan will win her match, Chad says. Okay. Hashtag Red Death. Arn Anderson looks like every white dude's uncle below the Mason-Dixon line. Y'all leave my man Arn alone. Only thing Arn does that's a sin is not put cheese on a cheeseburger. It's a hamburger. Daniel Garcia Sanchez Cruz. Me and Casey get into it about this too, about putting cheese on cheeseburgers and hamburgers.
I like cheeseburgers.
Yeah, but Casey says that he likes a hamburger. No cheese, I don't know. Listen,
it's kind of naked.
I don't trust you if you don't put cheese on your burger.
I mean, it depends on what you're doing with it, though. Like, are you having ketchup and mustard on it, or are you putting barbecue sauce on it? Because if it's barbecue sauce, then I could say no cheese.
It's a lot of sugar for me. I can't be messing with that. Miro cuts a promo. He challenges Eddie Kingston to a match. They showed him whooping Fuego's ass in this promo. Miro is the man. He's been just beating people up, bro. He hasn't been pinned. He has not been like the one pinned except for in tag matches when Kit would eat the pinfall. So Miro challenges Eddie Kingston to a match. I think that's going to be a banger. That could be fun, man. Y'all ain't played Life is Strange. Barbecue on a burger. Buffalo does a lot of fat things, man. Where y'all folks from? We're from Buffalo, New York. We got some good food, bro. Trust me, you're going to gain 20 pounds if you come here.
Absolutely.
Moxley cuts a great promo throughout all of this, and it's just like the reminder. Moxley always gives you that punch in the mouth, like, hey, if you didn't forget me, you know what time it is, bro. Right. He's cutting the promo. He's just letting you know, Daniel Garcia, you're gonna have all the lights on you, and I'm gonna whip your ass. He was talking shit about faces, heels. He did not care. I love that. I love that from Moxley.
Moxley has yet to give me a promo where I could say I didn't like it. And every promo he puts out, I like it.
Right? He said that sounds Southern. That's Buffalo. Buffalo does a lot of shit that we probably shouldn't be doing. We make stingers, like that's Philly cheesesteak and chicken fingers on a sub roll. Like we do a lot of fatness, bro, here. BJ says he's gonna have to hop out for tonight, but Dynamite 8 out of 10 for him. The review 10 out of 10. BJ, you are too kind. You guys have a good night. It's that clobbering time. BJ, I better see you on Friday, bro. You better be in here. Me and Casey are gonna be talking about it because we're both huge CM Punk fans. If he shows up, we'll be in here screaming about it. Mox was shooting. I love it. Tokyo said Big Macs. I'm a Big Mac to you, small fries. Let's get into the main event match, Derek. And this is where my notes pretty much go down. I think I have some for the beginning of the match, but it's the fifth labor. It's no Judas effect. MJF versus Chris Jericho. Jericho has finally made it to the top of this. The fans sing Jericho out, and they did a lot better than I thought they would, bro. I thought it was going to be off tune, people messing up. We did catch one guy looking at his phone for the lyrics throughout this, and that was cool, though. I thought they did a really good job singing it. Will it be a great moment? That's for AEW and the fans to tell us later, but I thought it was really cool that they were able to pull that off in Houston tonight.
Honestly, I did enjoy it. At first, I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, wait a minute. Is the music playing? Did they turn it down, or are they actually singing a cappella? And then once I realized they were doing an a cappella, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I think that would have been a time for Jericho's last dance.
Wow. No, not yet. Not yet.
I would have done it at that time. I don't think I would have done an a cappella right now.
I don't know when Jericho's going to hang him up, but I got to say, man, Jericho has done tremendous.
Oh, yeah.
And this match tonight was really good, I thought. I thought that they did a good job here, man. That entrance was a cool moment, Hawk says, for sure, man. Buffalo people put people through tables at NFL games like they own friends. Bills Mafia, baby. Definitely get down with that. Derek's a Patriots fan. He was a Patriots fan before it was cool, too, for the record. Like,
absolutely.
I'm getting live phone calls. Who would call me during a review? Who is this? Casey. Thank you. Casey ruining the review. T-Mobile, please, don't sue me. Tokyo said H-Town, just Alex was there live. That's what's up. Chad leaving his thoughts, man. He said, thumbs up, 10 out of 10 for everything pro wrestling. I'll probably fall asleep early Friday since I will be up at 4 a.m. and on my way to Nashville for my first visit. Chad, you have fun in Nashville. You get some of that good barbecue they got down there and enjoy. But this match was basically what we expected to see from this. We got a really cool moment with the camera, I thought, with Jericho and MJF fighting. MJF does the Jericho move, and it was kind of like an homage to Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. He picks up the camera, pans it to the crowd, flips them the bird. I won't do it just to save myself. Who knows what the YouTube rules are with that? But My heart just stopped when you did that. So he goes around, pans around, flipping off everybody. I thought that was great. And then when he turned around, Jericho just punches the camera. So it looks like he punched him in the face. He falls, and then Jericho flips him the bird. Good stuff there. Fans were impressed by many things, like the Lion Salt just impressed people in this match. They did many good things, and we'll get to the finish of it all. Jericho ends up grabbing the bat, Floyd, and during all of this, Aubrey is distracted by something. I believe she was the ref in this one, wasn't she? Yeah. She's distracted. Jericho uses Floyd to hit MJF. He's supposed to go for the Judas effect. He doesn't. And everybody said, I don't know why he didn't. I have a theory on that. The reason he didn't go for the Judas effect right away was because he had to follow so many rules in every single match that he was used to not breaking it. And he got stuck for a second. That leads to MJF going for the Salt of the Earth. He goes for that armbar. He locks it in on Jericho. Jericho is trying to fight out. He rolled him up at one point where we thought he was going to win, but MJF locks it in, and then he bridges up to make sure that he can't reverse it. And Jim Ross was literally saying, I've never seen Chris Jericho tap. And Jericho tapped right after he said it, and I was waiting for him to be like, well, damn.
Right.
Jericho taps out, though. That is a rare occurrence, though, in pro wrestling.
That is. I don't remember the last time I've ever seen him tap. He's never tapped, has he?
Not really. Maybe back in the day, maybe like when he was fighting Benoit and them in like the early 2000s in the mid card, but
yeah, I think at that point in time there was no way of getting out of that.
Cold as December snow as this generation's ice burns fire. Cool entrance moment though. Juggernaut, hey, love the review, man. Good stuff. Thank you, Juggernaut.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. And he's got a pretty cool YouTube channel as well if you guys haven't checked him out. MJF put the ring on and got caught. There you go. And she was getting rid of it. Yeah, that damn Dynamite ring always comes back. Thank you, Hawk, for the reminder. 100%. This was a solid episode of Dynamite, man. I saw people giving their scores. I mean, out of 10, Derek, what do you say for tonight's show? If anyone else hasn't given their score for it, please let us know.
I give it 8.5.
Okay, I'm gonna go 7.5. I thought it was a good show tonight. Jesus said, good match. He's glad MJF won. You would like him, Jesus. You would. How dare you? Jesus, I'm surprised you weren't at the show tonight, man. I know that you're in that area usually, but that's what's up. E says 9 out of 10 for him tonight. He really thought it was a good show.
I respect that.
Tokyo comes in 8 out of 10. Okay. I'm seeing some good thoughts on this. We had freaking Chad gave it a thumbs up for him. BJ said 8 out of 10 for him. It seems like it's pretty consistent. You think Punk shows up Friday? I do. Listen, bro, I never do Rampage live reviews because Friday I'm usually busy. But thank goodness I have some coverage that night, and I'm gonna go live after Rampage. If he shows up, I'm losing my shit.
Listen, if he shows, you think I pop for the camera zoom out for Best Friends in Orange Cassidy? This man here. You're going to hear this man from wherever you at, all the way from Buffalo.
Listen,
he shows up.
Listen, I'm not getting excited until I see him in the flesh and he says what's going on. AJ Styles made Y2J tap when he was in the WWE. Good call, Ace. Good call. How would you have Punk debut this Friday? Oh, my goodness. You guys are talking crazy. I don't care. He just needs to show up. He can do whatever he wants. I'd be like, you got a mic. Say what you want. Listen, just don't say the F word. Right. That's it.
Right. You know what? I would like to see him jump in at not like
listen. The setup is he's fighting Darby. Darby keeps mentioning he wants to face the best in the world. He ain't saying that shit for no reason. Punk and Darby's the match. Everyone thinks it's MJF. No, MJF's not finished with Jericho. They're having another match. What that match is going to be at the pay-per-view, I don't know. But I might need to do live reactions for that if he shows up. You got to, bro. Dude, you better be ready for the all cast responses if Punk is there Friday. I'm prepared, BJ. I'm prepared. Casey's probably going to go crazy too when it comes to it for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are there Friday. Tomorrow, we've got SummerSlam. We got SummerSlam preview and predictions. I'm probably going to do that one by myself. It'll be something quick, fast, like boom, boom, boom. Get in, get out. Maybe some NXT TakeOver predictions mixed with it. Takeover, there won't be a review, but there will be a Saturday SummerSlam review. So whoever's here will get it in. We'll talk SummerSlam, try to give you guys a review afterwards. Other than that, I've got nothing else to add to this. Derek? No. Would you have Punk start the show or finish it? Finish. Yeah, you keep those eyes locked in as long as you can.
Finish.
Yep.
When a big name like that comes along, I would never have them start out that way. It's always got to be the finish.
Right? I love it. People are throwing up the double X's. I love it. Adam Cole versus AJ Styles. People are talking. They want to see. Listen, it's a fun wrestling weekend right now. Make sure you join us, though. I'll have a small video up for preview and predictions, just kind of going over some stuff. Friday, Rampage live review, and then we'll definitely have a SummerSlam one. NXT, I can't promise there'll be a review. There may just be one. Click the link tree. Make sure you're subscribed on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, to one of the podcast platforms. You might get like a 15-minute, like me just going over things really quick and maybe the state of NXT. We'll talk about that. That's a whole nother video in and of itself.
Ooh,
yes, and I saw they got Rampage ads at Yankee Stadium. Even the Bears, they said this is the most anticipated debut until Friday, of course, when presumably CM Punk shows up on AEW. When you got Chicago Bears announcers talking about this in preseason football, shit's big, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. I don't want to say it's gonna be a letdown because I'm pretty sure the show's gonna be good.
I've got faith. But do us a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend. We are growing the channel slowly but surely, and I want it to grow even faster. We need more fans like you in here, so make sure you tell someone about this. For myself, for the man named Derek, we are out. Thank you for rocking with us for AEW Dynamite. We are out. Peace.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.